Have a lot of sport. A lot of strategy. They throw the rocks. Yeah, we don't sweep.
Actually, Ed had there was one sweep he had that was really big.
Yeah, I was like, that was. Oh yeah. Was that this one?
All right, we are live now
There was one that was.
with the Blazing Leaves final of the Cash Spiel, the Blazing Leaves. This is the 3 p.m. final. We're running a little late. It's 10 after 3. But the teams are on their ice taking the practice slides. And we are set to start. So let's take a look at the teams and the matchup. So the number 1 seed with the hammer will be the Stephen Imes rink with Stephen Imes at skip, Trevor Gow at vice, Chris Wishart at second, and Kevin Dolan at lead. And they will be taking on the 3rd seed, the Robert Kwan rink from Nutmeg. I understand that Imes is from Columbus, Ohio, and the rest of his team is from Triangle. I hope I have that right. Their opponents are a team from Nutmeg, skipped by Robert Kwan. The vice is Don Malner. The second is John Gibbons. And filling in at lead for Sean Main is Mike Pinto Hope. The Kwan rink had to win 2 games today already to get here. They won an early morning quarterfinal game and then beat the Ed Simia rink, also from Nutmeg, in the semifinals. And the Imes rink had to beat Gert Messing after going out with a 4-0 lead. They struggled to stay in that lead, gave it up, was tied going into the 8th, and Imes won on a beautiful shot on his last shot. So we're going to start this out with the center line guard. Looks a little deep. Robert Kwan with the yellow stones. Steve Imes with the red stones. And Mike Hope's first stone goes a little deep. Back 12, maybe biting back 12. I'm Mark Zakin. Happy to be announcing again. Just so you know, I'm in the middle of my second scotch. So things could get pretty interesting as the game unfolds. For me, anyway. I don't know about for the rest of you. But in any event, where we are is Imes is trying to throw the corner, I think. Corner guard. It's coming in nicely. Just to recap what they're playing for here. First place prize is $1,400. Second place prize is $900. The semifinal losers each got $650. That's the Simia rink and the Messing rink. I believe the entry fee is $500. So there's some money to be made here, especially the Kwan rink, which had no expenses to get here. Mike Hope looking to throw the center line guard on his second shot. His first one was a little deep, so I should know what the weight is here. Sweepers are on it a bit. It's definitely over the hog line. Question is, does it over curl? And it might over curl a smidge to the left of center line. That's fine. There's 2 guards up, and Imes is going to try and throw in. He's got 2 guards to draw behind, and he's asking his lead, Kevin Dolan, to draw in. The Imes rink has played pretty well. They haven't lost the game yet. They're 4-0, I think. They won. No, they're 5-0. They won their 4-0. They went 3-0 in pool play to win their bracket, and now they are 1-0 today. So they're 4-0. The Kwan rink went 2-1 to win in their bracket to get to the quarterfinals. Won 2 games today, so they're 4-1. So Kwan's rink is 4-1. Imes is 4-0, and the winner here is going to win the Don Nicholson Trophy, the Blazing Leaf Trophy. Don Nicholson was a very loved member of the Nutmeg Curling Club, who passed away several years ago. I didn't really get to play with him, but he was very well liked and played a lot on the Tuesday Night Competitive League when I first joined Nutmeg about 10 years ago. Probably been gone pretty close to 10 years at this point, sorry to say. And John Gibbons is trying to draw in. There's plenty of room there because Imes' team's stone only got to the top 12. I don't know that Gibbons is going to get very deep here. The sweepers are off it, and I think that it's short. So got a lot of guards in the early going. Hard to say who is shot between that yellow on the back 12 and the red in the top 12. I'm going to say the yellow is, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Too really early to make a difference. And there's another opportunity to draw. So we're going to draw here. Looks like it's Chris Wishart who's going to try and draw this in. Plenty of room. Oh, no, the broom has been moved, and looks like they may play either a draw or a tap on that left side. Nothing's been down this side, so he's kind of throwing big weight at this. I guess he's going for the tap. This looks a little heavy for a draw. Sweepers are on it, so it's over curling. I think it's going to crash on the yellow center guard. You don't want to run that in. It does crash on the yellow center guard, but doesn't do any damage. Opens up that side a little bit. And my guess is Kwan's going to try and take advantage of that opening on that side and draw in on the left side would be my guess. He's looking at it. Maybe he's thinking about a run back. No, he's going to draw on the other side. Maybe because they've been down this side a few times. Either side looks almost the same. They're both guarded by stones. So John Gibbons going to throw a draw. That looks a little hot to me out of his hand. Sweepers are off it. I think it's deep. Sweepers are nowhere near it. Malner's running toward it. That's got to be through. There's no way that's staying. They're on it now. Maybe it's digging in because it's the first end. No, it did. Boy, it really just hit the brakes because the sweepers were nowhere near it, and then it just froze as it got to that frost past the hog line and stopped top 12. So play here is obviously the hit and the roll in. Imes quickly calls that, puts the broom down, and it looks like Chris Wishart is going to try and get to the inside of that yellow stone. Plenty of room there. Plenty of room to hit the inside and roll in. Wishart's stone underway. Looks like control weight. Sweepers are on it now. Trying to hold the line. No, they're off it. Back on it. So it must be pretty good. When you're off and you're on as a sweeper, it looks pretty good. And he gets it, but only just a smidge of it, and it rolls out. And it's going to, Kwan sweeping it. It rolls all the way to the back and not even biting. So that was narrow out of his hand. Sweepers probably should have been on it the whole way. Maybe it was misjudged a little bit. And so that leaves with Malner with the draw opportunity. So Malner looking to draw to the top 4. Been down this line a few times. It's probably speeding up a bit. And it's been some great curling here at the Blazing Leaves Pashville. I hope you've had an opportunity to come down. I know a lot of people were down yesterday. But the games that I saw, the semifinal games earlier this morning, had some spectacular shot making. Sweepers are on this pretty heavy. Looks like it might crash. Malner looked to be a little narrow, and I think he is going to crash. No harm, no foul. Opens it up a bit. The guard that he crashed on closes the left side approach, but the right side approach is way open, and there's backing. So not a difficult call here. Imes will quickly put the broom down, look for the draw. Nobody's made the draw yet. A lot of rocks down this side, so it's got to be close to up to speed. And this is Trevor Gow with his first shot. So Gow, he lets it go. This looks hot to me out of his hand. Sweepers are not on it. It's a little narrow, too, and definitely hot. Sweepers are trying to hold the line, but I think even if they hold it, it's probably deep. But there is a yellow stone on the back it could come down to, and that's what they're doing, maybe even hitting it. Dead on that yellow on the back. Bump the yellow. So red's now counting 2, I guess. The red one on the front, the red one on the back. And Kwan does not have hammer, so in a bit of a dangerous territory here with red sitting 2 with hammer. Kwan needs a shot. Kwan needs Don Malner here to draw in and buried. Doesn't want to leave this exposed for Gao to hit and roll and sit 3. That would be a big problem. So this has got to be buried. This also looks hot to me, given this line. Sweepers are not on it. They're thinking about it, but that looks heavy to me. It's not terrible as long as it hits that red on the back on nose. Oh, this is super hot, but it may get the red on nose. They're sweeping it. He's got the red on nose. So not terrible. Yellow, sitting shot, but it does still lead the draw open for Imes, and he's just going to try and get Gao to draw to the top 4. You don't want to play to the back, because if they throw to the back, then Kwan can throw to the back, and most you're getting is 1. So you want to be top 4 here. Buried would be the perfect throw. A little more broom, I think, this time, because the last couple have crashed. Gao just threw the draw, so probably he knows to come down a little bit in the weight. He's down a little bit from coming out. It still looks hot to me, though. Sweepers are off it. They're looking at it, but it definitely looks hot. Not as hot as the last one. Sweepers are on it now, trying to keep it off the guard. But it is still hot, and it's coming down to the yellow on the back. Not what he wanted, but not terrible. It's past the T line, takes out the yellow. Yellow jams in the back. Red is still sitting maybe 2. Front red maybe counting the yellow, but again, Imes in the driver's seat in the first end here, because if he can get top 4, he'll sit 2, buried, guarding the one on the back. Could be sitting 3, and that would put a lot of pressure on Kwan. So neither team really finding the weight right now. They're both struggling, overthrowing, both going deeper than they wanted to. And that is definitely working at the moment to Steve Imes' benefit. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here for Imes to be short, full 12, biting the 8. All of those would be fine. Perfect shot is totally buried, biting the 4. That's the perfect shot. And Imes has been lights out from what I've seen of him. So I'm sorry, this is Kwan's shot. I'm confused already. The scotch is getting to me. So Robert Kwan is going to draw down to the red on the back. Perfect shot for him would be a dead freeze on the red, or maybe even just in front of the tee line. Buried would be the perfect shot, would set up a potential steal. He definitely does not want to corner the red and bump the red and flash out to the right. That would be a bad miss. And he doesn't want to crash. Those would be the 2 misses. Top 4, perfect. Down to the red, also super good. And Kwan is heavy. Sweepers are not on it yet. That's heavy. Everybody throwing too much down this line, expecting maybe it's the first end. Mike Hope's on it. They're on it now to try and keep it off the guard. But it's off the guard. It's coming in pretty hot. It's going to bang that red in the back. But it might flop over, which would be good. Nope, it's exposed. So not terrible. Definitely not what Kwan wanted, I don't think. I think he wanted to throw less than that. It came up to be heavier. Maybe he wanted to hit, but I really don't think so. I think he wanted to draw there. So Imes is thinking about hitting and rolling over, which would leave Kwan with a shot to steal. But it would put Imes sitting 2 if he can hit the yellow and get the yellow out. But there is a jam, yellow to yellow on the back, and if the yellow jams, then Kwan would be sitting second shot, I think, if it dead jams. So really, Imes has to throw this pretty down weight to come all the way across the face, catch the left side, and maybe just nick that yellow on the way out and maybe double them both out. Tricky shot, very touch shot. But he's a good player, and definitely the shot is there. So Imes' throw is on the way. Good weight. Sweepers are on it, thinking about it. Needs to curl. They're trying to directionally move it. It looks a little heavy. Coming in. I don't know if he's going to get to the inside. I think he's got the outside of it, which isn't terrible. He's got the outside of the yellow. He'll probably shoot that yellow through the back and sit. Certainly shot, but not 1-2 because the yellow did not go all the way out the back. So Kwan is just looking to cut Imes down here, hit the red, flop over, make Imes make a shot for 1. The most Imes is going to score here is 1. And if Kwan can hit that red, flop over, and maybe Imes misses, Kwan could steal 2, which would be the bonus for him. But I don't think at this point he's expecting a steal. I think at this point he's probably just expecting to cut him down and give Imes a shot for 1. So that's where we are. Looks like a lot of people are listening to my dulcet tones and think we may get some company in the booth, but at the moment it's just me and Kwan about to throw this shot. Not a difficult shot particularly, really, if all he's looking to do is move that red stone. As long as he gets nose or inside of nose, it's almost impossible for Kwan to take for Imes to take more than 1 on his next shot. What he doesn't want to do here, what Kwan doesn't want to do is hit the outside of that red and jam it into the yellow on the back, because that could potentially give up 3. That would be the disaster. So Kwan is making sure that he doesn't overthrow this and hit the outside of the red. Just wants to hit nose or inside of nose. Sweepers are on it, so I guess they don't think that he's going to be outside. He doesn't want to crash. I don't think he's crashing from what I'm seeing, but it might overcurl. And they're off the guard, but they may overcurl and miss everything. He's got to get an inch of that, and he might not. Oh, no. He's missed it. So I think Robert was throwing down weight because he was afraid of the jam, and he wanted to catch the inside, and he was just a little too careful. A little too careful, caught the inside of it with not enough to really move it, and now he's given Imes basically a free draw for 2. Imes has backing so long as he doesn't move his red behind the yellow, so he can draw down to that red so long as he doesn't throw too heavy. This should be a pretty easy draw for 2. A lot of room. The only thing is he hasn't thrown a draw yet, or the first draw he threw was a little heavy. This looks a little heavy. Sweepers are off it. It's definitely got the weight to get there. And it could overcurl past the red and hit a yellow, which would be fine, and that looks like what's going to happen. It's going to overcurl, maybe come down to the yellow. It didn't come down. Oh, he overthrew it. It blew past the red, didn't get to the yellow. There might have been a wick there. If they had swept it, they might have wicked, but then they might have hit the red out. So that throw just handcuffed the team. There was really not much they could do sweeping-wise. It was a damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so Imes squanders a perfect opportunity to take a 2-0 lead, but it's a long game. He's up 1-0. That's fine. So Imes will take a 1-0 lead into the second end, and he will throw the traditional center guard, it looks like. So we have Kevin Dolan. His stone is away, and he's looking to throw the centerline guard, maybe come top 4. I'm sure Imes doesn't care if he comes top 4. Wouldn't be terrible. But this is floating a little deep, and I think it's past the tee. Kwan is getting ready to sweep it, and he might be able to sweep this all the way out, or certainly back on. No, it dies on the back 4. So Kwan's got the option now to put up the corner guard, or to draw down to it, or to hit it. And not surprisingly, Kwan will opt to go for the most aggressive offensive play and put up the corner guard. So Mike Hope being asked to put up the corner guard. Looks like Ed Simia is going to join me on the box. There has been some difficulty with that mic yet. Are you on yet?
I'm on. I actually turned it up slightly because I think that was part of the issue. There might have been like an audio gating issue where it was being cut out at times.
Oh, I think you might be. Oh, your mic too.
I set them to be equal now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ed is the tech guru here at the club. So we'll trust what he's doing with the technology. You want to handle the
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll
switcher
do the
equipment
technical
too?
stuff.
Ed's going to handle the special replays and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I apologize if the mic goes out. We have some issues with our second mic. If it happens again on this stream, maybe looking to getting a new mic.
So Ed, as the brainchild of the cash deal, how do you feel about how it went?
Oh, it's been wonderful. The teams have been great. There's been some amazing curling out there. Both semifinal games were wonderful, I thought. I mean, I played in one of them, obviously, and lost. But it was probably the best game our team played as a team, and we still lost to a team that just played better. So
Yeah, I enjoyed
don't know if
watching
I
your
can
game.
complain. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching both games. They were both fascinating. A tremendous amount of good shots. Many shots that I thought were exceptionally difficult to make, that were made and made to look easy.
Sure.
So yes, it was quite a game. And you got 12 really super competitive teams.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest shock is this Imes team because I didn't know them at all. Did you?
A little bit. I don't know them personally. We know the Vice from some 500 stuff. Not me so much, but Larry and Eric have played with him a lot in the 500 circuit. Imes has been around playing competitively for a couple of years. They do quite a bit of events. They went to the men's challenge round, won a couple games, didn't make it to men's nationals, but were clearly a decent club team coming in. I should say club team, a decent competitive team coming in. I think a lot like our team, except maybe they're a year or two ahead of us in their number of events they're doing and stuff. Our kind of team has a goal of at least making a nationals sometime in their career, you know.
Now they're from. He's from Columbus.
Imes is from Columbus. I believe the rest of these guys are from Triangle.
Wow.
I know Trevor is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that's been the biggest
All
surprise.
3 are? Yeah. Okay.
And for them to me to beat a team like Gert Messing was pretty surprising to me because I know that Messing rink and they're really good players and they've been around for a very long time and they play together a lot. So to beat them, this Imes team must be very good. They haven't. And that. What's that?
They're all Canadian.
Yeah, Messing's team. Yeah.
2 from Quebec, 2 from Manitoba.
Yeah. Well, I ran into to Danny Stesky at the Broomstone at the Cape Cod Summer Spiel this summer, and he brought with him a truckload of Steskys. There were 4 of them, which, by the way, ought to be illegal. There should be a limit on how many Steskys can play in one game.
It's fair.
Because they're all super good.
Incidentally, that view, full-size computer screen, really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the idea.
Really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You don't need to do any close. There's no need for.
No,
close
very
up
rarely
flat
would
screen.
you merge one in just to show it and
Yeah.
The
merge it
Gibbons,
back
who's
out.
been throwing super hits all day, gets through a narrow port again and gets rid of that red stone. So there's nothing in the house here as we look back at the game. There's center guards for Imes, and he's asking his second, Chris Wishart, to draw behind. It looks like he's going to come outside, which is the tougher draw. Surprised he's not coming down the middle. And I don't think they've been out that far, and he's not taking a lot of broom. I'm not sure how he makes this shot on that broom.
Is it possible they're playing the tap?
I think the tab may make sense because I don't think he can draw on that. But that's way light. That's not doing anything.
Oh. Yeah, a little late.
That's gonna crash. That's gonna crash. I don't think it's anything. I think it's gonna crash on that side
guard. Yeah, just
guard.
another guard. It's gonna get inside of it, but just get down to the corner maybe.
Yep. I threw that way light. Way light. So Ed, what are you going to do with your big prize money, having won $650 for the team? That gives you $150 to spread around. How is the cash going to be? Does everybody get an even share, or are you?
We have a team account essentially, not an actual account, but we're keeping track of our team expenses because we have at least a couple more events this year. This actually paid for our entry more or less to the Spiel in Arizona, the Golden Wrench.
Yeah.
In January.
Nice.
we had a couple $100 left over from our sponsors and whatnot, and then adding the 650, it's almost. I think we said we're a few dollars into the black with
Nice.
our
Nice. Black is
after paying
good.
for after paying for Arizona. So
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
And when is Arizona?
that is the second weekend or first weekend in Arizona.
Nice.
I had to double check.
Good
but yeah.
time of year to go.
In January. What am I saying? In Arizona.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, nothing in the house here. Nothing to see here on B in the feature game at the moment. I'm going to try to draw again. This time, having the centers cleared out on the last stone, so Imes can come down the center, which is an easier draw. The tap is gone, so he can't throw that. So he's got only the draw down the middle to try and bite the 4 on the left side of on the right side of the house. Sweepers are off. It looks a little heavy. Looks like it might rub on the yellow. It's past the yellow, and now it's going through. Kwan is going to sweep it. I don't know if he can sweep it all the way out. I'm not sure he even
back
wants
8.
to. Back 8 gives him backing, something he can use. He's going to try the draw now with Don Melner. I must say, given the weather today, it's a beautiful day to be inside at the Nutmeg Curling Club.
It's true. We're getting
Yesterday-
some torrential rain outside.
Yesterday was a little tougher to come here and watch curling. Yesterday was spectacular. Malner looks super hot to me. Sweepers are on it, so I must be wrong.
No, you may be right. They may be playing it for the backing because of the weight. I guess it's pretty close.
Yeah, still on it. Oh, it's not that heavy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's buried, though.
Good rock.
A very nice rock. All right, I miscalled that one. But it's open. That looks open to me.
It's
Open
at
to
least
you?
like half open.
Yeah, open.
Yeah, and the guard's so high, you should be able to get
Yeah.
to it without too much trouble.
So he looks like Imes is calling to come down to it. Maybe set
Maybe
up a
looking
steal.
early in the game to set up a steal.
Yeah.
It's not like they have a big lead. They're up 1-0. So playing for a steal makes some sense.
Yeah. Of course, you don't want to be light, put up a guard, and miss this. So you just
Sure.
they definitely want to get there.
Yeah, if their rock was a little better, then light would be okay because it'd be a very hard 2 for Kwan. But here, if you left a guard, they'd still have plenty of room to get their second rock in there.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think you want to be light here, and that doesn't look light. It's got to move off that yellow, though. I don't have a great angle, but I think it looks like it could be on the yellow right now. I think it's by the yellow now.
Inside of it now.
Yeah.
Close.
Oh, this is really good. This is really good. They're sweeping it.
So it's not going to
quite-
count, but that's not a bad place. for that
That's
rock.
really good. Hard to chip that out without jamming on the yellow.
Mm-hmm. Might be able to get to nose, but tough. Yeah.
Robert's going to try and chip it, or
In
is
fact,
he...
it's probably only edge to edge or so with the guard looking on the camera. I can pull that
So
up real
get to
quick
the
for you
inside
guys.
of it. Not a lot of room. He's looking for big weight here, right?
Yeah, or he's maybe throwing control to get across the face. Control up.
It's not super hot.
Yeah, so he wants it to cross over. He just has to get by the yellow guard.
Sweepers are on it. He's got to get past the yellow guard and maybe even the red guard. Probably not. He's on the yellow guard. They're
He's
off
on
it.
the yellow one.
That's a problem because he's opened it up now, and it's a pretty easy shot to go red into yellow and sit 3.
Sure.
So that's a bad miss. Speaking of bad misses, our Jets are losing.
Well, speaking of expected results,
Yeah.
they're playing the Jags today, right?
Playing the Jags in the rain,
What is the score?
22-15.
No, oddball
Jets-
score there. Jets have the ball down to score. It's a game. I guess without Darno, we get killed by everyone.
Yeah.
With Darno, we are maddeningly close and lose games anyway.
Yeah, well, that's what being a Jet fan is. Giants, I think, are also losing.
They had a tough game. They're
31-19.
yeah,
They're
it was
off-
just about over.
Hold on, this can't be right. The Giants can't be home and the Jets home. They're both away?
Oh, that's sort of like the European way of putting it, where you put the home team top. That's weird. I don't know.
Oh, they put the home team top on Red Zone? Are the Jets home or not?
in Detroit at Ford Field
And where are the Jets?
in Jacksonville.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this redstone, they're trying to directionally sweep it over, and they're sweeping it hard. And this is surprisingly light. This is not a good shot.
It could be. It could be tapping it right to it.
Yeah, wouldn't you have
Does it have
wanted
enough to move it?
Wouldn't you wanted to move it out though? That's
So
no good.
it didn't get there. It's okay to tap it to it. That's probably the best way to set up a steal one. If you move it out, you do have a better chance of stealing a multiple. You probably have a better chance of giving up something eventually too.
Would
There's
you
a few
have
rocks
played
left.
to knock that yellow out there?
Or at least move it back to sit at least 2. I mean, I would
Yeah,
throw a little
right?
more weight.
Yeah,
I'd want to throw like maybe
absolutely.
back 12 weight.
So I think that was a mistake. The weight was too light there. But Kwan's got a problem. He's got to jam it now. He's got to cover it up because otherwise he's looking at
Yeah, difficult to get more than 1 here. I mean, you could play the double and potentially maybe get all 3.
and not the yellow not go.
Well,
He's looking at that now.
The top reds are pretty. You can avoid that, yeah. You want the top red to hit like the right side, just off nose right side of the second red.
Who's throwing this?
Kwan.
All right.
If he comes with big weight, it's possible. You may
He's
not be able
looking
to
at it.
remove the top red because you're going to have to hit it pretty. You're going to hit a lot of that second red. But even if you get the top 2 off, that's good. No reason you can't. Yeah, if we bring up the house real quick here, that top red can go over the top of the yellow. Looks like he's not opting to throw that though.
Whatever he's opting to throw looks super hard. Is he just guarding?
I don't know. There is the issue if even if you make the double or the triple, you've just left your yellow there again for them to try the freeze, and you may give up a steal anyway. So he's still looking and thinking.
Is he thinking about drawing down to that red one on the back?
Well, I don't think he'd count. I don't think there's much damage. Much danger of actually jamming onto your yellow. I think to hit the yellow, you probably catch a corner of that red anyway. Hey, Trevor, trying to figure out what we're saying back here.
Robert's taking a lot of time to look at this. There's no
He's looking at
clock.
it now. Triple might be there, but you don't have to make the triple. If you make the double, the top
No, the
2, that's
double's
pretty
fine. Is that what you're throwing here, the double?
Yeah, I think you got to get rid of those red rocks. And I don't think there's that much danger of here.
So he's going to have to hit the red one at about 7 o'clock?
Ooh, maybe just barely off nose, yeah. With a lot of weight.
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen Robert throw with a lot of weight before.
Of course. But you're going to stick around and be first, third if you make just a double.
All right. He's taking a pretty tight broom. We know he's going to throw big weight. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to crash that red guard. Is the red guard in the way? Not really, right?
Not really. You would have missed a shot.
Could move a bit once it crosses the center line, though.
Sure.
Once it crosses the center line, could move quite a bit. Solo commenting on my sayings, Mauner looks super hot. He does look super hot, by the way.
Yeah, phrasing. Yeah. 40 viewers for our final. Very nice.
Yep. All right. Kwan's throw is on the way. It's still
Looks like
on
about
the,
normal.
It's on the wrong side of the center line. They're sweeping it now. I don't know if he's. Oh, it's coming over now. This looks pretty good. I like it. This looks real good.
This may just jam it. Oh, got it
Oh,
across
my
the top.
goodness.
Got 2.
Wow, what a shot.
The only problem is he didn't actually get rid of anything.
Didn't get rid of anything.
So if he can, he's going to chip it out and put Robert to the test, make him draw against 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
More
really wanted to get
likely.
a little more of that.
It
Well, that was
overcurled.
if you
It
absolutely
overcurled.
had to throw the triple. That was kind of close to the line you wanted to throw. But I think what he wanted to do is hit the other side of the rock and keep his around in front.
I think Robert's going to be in a spot of bother here.
He
After
will have
this
a draw
shot.
for 1 for sure.
He's going to. Well, you know, if Imes noses this yellow,
A slight tap for 1.
then he's got a slight tap for 1.
Yeah.
And if he hits it and rolls either
a little bit to
way,
the right. Yeah, especially a little bit out to the outside.
He's just trying to get rid of it. I don't think he's thinking about staying at all. He's just trying to.
Sweeper's off, and they're sweeping for curl. I think they missed it. It's close though.
No,
Gets a piece of it
got enough
and
of
keeps 3 around.
Well, Robert's got a huge target to throw at, but there is that yellow guard up there. I don't know if that yellow guard's going to bother him at all.
It's pretty far out there. I think.
Yeah, but
the distance between the yellow guard and the tight red guard is wide enough that I think you can pick a line where neither one is in play if you throw a good line.
yeah, but here's the thing: when you throw the out turn coming on the other on that side of the center line, often the draw hangs
Sure.
and doesn't get inside that yellow.
You could easily throw the other turn here and.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think he's picked the more dangerous turn to throw, to be honest. And
slightly. I do think there's plenty of room to make this.
and if he
but
can,
you're
well,
right. Yeah.
if he throws it a little heavy and he crashes on that yellow, he's going to give up a steal of 3, and that
Yeah.
would be a
Mm,
disaster.
Yeah, must get this in the house at least, and out count
So,
too.
personally, I would come the other way. That's the danger.
Some of it may be down to what he's seen. He may have seen this line over and over again this end.
Well, we'll see. Stone's on the way. He looks a little narrow, so I don't think he's too worried about that yellow guard. Sweepers are on it. He can come down to the back and give up only 1. Weight looks really good.
Pretty close. They got to go though.
I think the weight's really good here. They're on it.
They got it. Yep.
They're good. Nice shot.
Should have just enough to get there. Yep.
Very nice
nice.
shot.
Good sweep. Good throw.
Very
Kwan
nice
gets
shot.
their 1.
All right, a bit of a terrifying shot from most skips against the open draw against 3 that could send you to the bar quickly, but Robert has kept it 1-1 game. That's why he's in the finals.
We had some of those this weekend. They almost all went well, which was a testament that we figured out the ice hole, but also our sweepers were judging them well, because that's just as much as that as the skip throw and the rock well.
Yep, well, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, 1-1 after 2. You're checking the men's rankings. I see you're right behind Kevin Cooey.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up for you because you're asking about the Imes
All right,
team.
so
They are
Stephen Imes is ranked 195 before
in
this
the world.
weekend.
Before this weekend.
I go back.
They made the playoffs in Kalamazoo earlier this year, so they have had some results. They won a game out at the contender round of the U.S. Open of Curling as well, but they've
Okay.
made a playoffs already this year. So yeah, they were 195 with about 9 points, which is not. Don't worry about trying to explain a formula on the stream.
9 points or 9,000 points?
Oh, it's 9. It's 9.29.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 0.22.
And where are you on this?
Before this weekend, we had like fractional point, 308th at 576.
Okay, and
Yeah.
where's everybody else who's been playing in the spiel?
Most of the teams didn't have any points going
Yeah.
into this. This was
Yeah.
their first World Curling Tour event, or
Mhm.
they hadn't scored last year on anything.
Yeah.
So Dunham, who went out in the quarterfinals, is ranked 57th in the world right now.
Oh, there's Kwan at 331.
Yep. So they list all the teams that have no points
But he
once
had
you've
no
signed up
points.
for the tour. So Kwan will actually jump quite a lot of spots
I
with
would
this
think.
result, whether they win or not.
Yep.
But the Jason Smith All-Pro team was, let me see.
Now, on the NFL team, did those guys have a different skip and they picked up Jason Smith?
So last
was
year they
Jared
had
Allen
just the
skipping?
4 football players, and Jared Allen was skipping.
Right, and
This
who,
year,
who did
Jason
they
Smith.
lose?
Keith Bullock has been playing less. He was still on the team. He was actually here for a while this weekend, but didn't
Right.
get into a game.
Right.
I think the plan was to get him into a game. He's been playing less this year. When they got to the third game against us, and it was a critical playoff or not playoff game, they stuck with their main lineup.
Okay.
So he didn't end up getting into a game. But he was the fourth, and now is the fifth.
Now, he used to play tight end for the Titans. Is that who he played for?
He was a linebacker for the Titans and for the
linebacker.
Syracuse Orange back in the
Oh.
late 90s when they were still good.
Interesting. All right, back to the action here. We've got no stones in play. And this looks like the fifth rock, maybe? Fourth rock? Fourth rock.
Yeah, this is our second hammer rock. All right, I'm gonna drop off for a minute,
All right.
do a couple things. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Not a lot of action here in this third end. I think Kwan was trying to put up a corner guard there. It's a little deep, and Imes is going to sweep it back. And that's back four. So I assume at this point this end is setting up for a blank. Maybe there's a chance to score here. Imes will just hit it, maybe try to roll under that corner guard. But this looks like with few stones in play, it's setting up for a blank kind of end. Alf Winter is put on the headset. How are you, Alfie?
Thank you, Will Mark, and hello, curling world, United States, Canada.
Yes. So I'll ask the usual question. What's it all about, Alfie?
It's all about Alfie.
Is it all about Alfie?
What's it all about? Alfie.
It's all about Alfie. All right, Imes hits it
All
out.
right. As a clean house.
Kwan is going to peel the guard,
Nothing happening
and
here.
we're just going to play a blank end.
Yeah.
So reviewing the football action, Jacksonville is killing my Jets 28-15 with 4 minutes to go. It's a good thing I don't watch the Jets anymore. I can't stomach it.
This game in London?
The Rams game is in London. Yeah, Rams game is in London.
Is this in Is this in Los Angeles? No, it's in Chicago.
The Bears game is in Chicago.
Nice weather, though. Look at how nice the weather is.
Yeah.
And it was terrible yesterday. Came right here, of course.
That Rams
the
game in
second?
London must be a final. I'm not seeing
Who's
it
the
anywhere.
second on the Imes team? Chris Wisher. Now, is he from Triangle?
My understanding is they're all from Triangle except for the skip, who's from Columbus. All right, so a guard. What else can you do? Kwan's going to peel it. Kwan, I guess, is content with the blank.
Mm-hmm.
LA is beating Cincinnati 24-10 in London. Malner flying out. As long as he doesn't hit a dead center on that weight, his stone and the other stone are both going.
It's gone.
And there they go.
You know, I play with Don consistently on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and that takeout that he threw the last end, little too light. Not his cup of tea weight wise.
I'll tell you, I had the pleasure to play with Don for one of the rare moments when I went to the senior men's with him.
Oh, yes.
And he was throwing second last year. And it's just, if you're skipping and you have a weapon like Don Malner at second, it's a whole different game. A whole different game. You call a totally different game when you have somebody like that at second.
But we got me at second and him at vice. So we like to hit a lot of rocks.
Well, you with the stick are pretty good at the hit. So, yeah, it's about the same thing.
No, not the same thing.
No, because he's
Don,
very accurate.
Don brings it.
Well, you throw a lot of
I'm
weight
accurate.
too, but he's more accurate. He's probably the most accurate hitter in the club.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Johnny Gibbons is putting a lot of show this year.
Gibbons is tremendous at hitting. Tremendous. I think Malner's just a shade better.
Yeah.
Close. All right, so we're going to peel another one.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Nothing to see here is right. almost knows that one, but see, even if it's just a slight bit off a nose with the weight he throws, it's going to move.
The other trick is the high revolution on the peel.
Yeah,
So the extra energy of the spin
right. The
will
spin
knock
takes it
out.
out. Yeah.
Gives you, it can be even closer to the nose movement. There's a rock and play.
That guard is pretty far out there. They can maybe bite the 12. Probably better off just putting up another guard over there, maybe
I believe
next
they
to
are.
it.
No, they might be going in with this,
They're going in, but it's not
it's
covered.
not behind.
No. Kwan will just hit
fighting the
that.
12.
Yeah, Kwan will just get rid of that.
Feel it.
I think Kwan would probably like to stay and maybe try to set up a force here.
Come around behind it.
But really nothing of great curling analysis in this end. Pretty straightforward.
I'm seeing on the television that Drew Brees is back in the
Drew
quarterback
Brees is
slot for
back.
the
Drew
Saints.
Brees is back for the undefeated Saints, and they're up 31-9 over the Arizona Cardinals with 2 minutes to go.
And the Cardinals took it out on the Giants last week.
Yep. Kwan, the hit is underway. Sweepers are off.
Cleaning.
He's definitely got it. Question is, where does the stone go? Stone goes out
Gonna
is the
roll
answer.
out.
All right. So Imes will try the draw to that behind that corner guard. There's really not much of a guard there, but maybe he can bite the 12 behind that guard.
That's all there is.
So you heard the big world news today, Alf, that we got Baghdadi in Syria?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, Baghdadi is dead.
Dead or alive? Dead.
Dead.
Drone strike?
Dead. No. Sent guys
Ground
in.
troops?
We sent guys into Syria,
Delta 6 type guys?
I guess. Apparently he was in a tunnel. They chased him into the dead end of a tunnel, and he brought 3 kids with him and blew up exploded a vest, a suicide vest, and took himself and 3 little kids out. Nice guy.
Nice guy. Real nice uncle you want to have coming around the holidays.
Uncle, dad, I don't even know what he was. Yeah. All right, Imes looks tight to this guard. They're really pounding on it, but I think he's going to bounce off the guard, which isn't terrible because it'll set up a guard for his next shot. But
nah, that won't last.
No,
Unless Robert uses it.
Honestly, I think Kwan is going to draw behind it and try and throw a force. I don't think he's going to peel here. He can only give up 1.
Yep. Yeah.
So draw in, sit buried, and then make Imes make a shot to take only 1 or to give up a steal of 1. So this is a good spot for Robert. Anywhere in the paint, preferably buried, would be ideal. Create a more difficult shot for a blank, and try to force for 1. That's the game plan here. So he's got the 2 guards, and I'm expecting this to be a pretty good shot.
We don't have a isolated camera. Oh, we do. We're on B. Maybe when it comes down, we'll.
All right. So Robert's throw is underway. Sweepers are on it quickly. It's tight to the guard. It's moving quite a bit. Oh, mic's off.
Looking good.
I like this. Weight looks really good. It's past the guard. It's definitely in. Nice shot. Yeah, any part of the paint is good. Oh, that's really good.
Right to the tee.
That is really, really good.
Really good shot.
So Imes is going to try to blank. This is a similar shot to one that Kwan had in the last game. It's a very hard blank. Oh yes, yours.
Mhm.
That was a very hard shot. That was nice. That was a super hard shot. So Ed reminded me it was his shot. It was. I did say it was a great shot. I just forgot who threw it.
You can see he has a.
But this is a shot that Ed reminded me he threw in the last game, where it's an out turn hit. He's just got to catch a piece of the yellow with enough velocity to kill the yellow and also flash out. And sweepers are on it. It looks like nose to me. I don't know if he's going out. He
No,
got a
he's
lot
not
of that
going out.
stone,
Not going out.
and he's not
Good
happy
force.
with it. And he took the one. Robert did what he wanted to do. Imes is not happy with it because he wanted the blank, but that was a great end for Robert's team. An end that looked like it was going to be a blank the whole way. At the very finish, Imes' first shot, which was light, set up a guard for Robert to draw behind. Robert drew behind it perfectly, forcing Imes to throw a very difficult hit to try and hit and spill out and blank. And Imes' shot was down a little bit, overcurled a little bit, got too much of Robert's stone, and hit and stayed for one, which isn't terrible, but not what you want to do when you have the hammer. Of course, when you have the hammer in a tight game, you want to take two or more or blank. And so Robert really won that end by getting getting Imes to force one. And play goes on. So it's a 2-1 game in the bottom of the fourth here at Nutmeg in the first. Well, we've had the Blazing Leaves for many years, but this is the first Blazing Leaves cash spiel.
And we are still playing for the Don Nicholson
And
Trophy,
we are,
right?
of course, playing for the Don Nicholson Trophy. And you probably knew Don, right, Alf?
I knew Don, yes.
So you could tell us a little bit about Don, since I didn't really know him.
Skilled engineer, and he was a wheelman. Big Formula One fan. He had videotapes of every Formula car race from the time he had a VHS recorder,
Nice.
which kind of takes it back a few decades.
I think he used to play. Did he play with Manic on Tuesday? Who did he used to play with?
Joel.
Hmm.
Joel and he were the best, closest. Okay, first shot's in deep.
I never played with Don. I don't actually even remember talking to him. I know who he was. I watched him play, but I never really spent any time with him.
And of ski ambassador at Killington.
So Imes' lead stumbled. Kevin Dolan stumbled out of the gate on that throw, and they're sweeping it now. He may still get the hit.
Yes, he's going to lose a shooter.
No, he fell. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna bite.
Huh?
He fell a little bit, bumbled a little bit as he delivered it, but managed to keep it at least on target to make the shot, so that's fine. Robert's going to put up a guard again. Ask Mike Hope to put up a guard. They have not updated the scoreboard there.
No, we will.
Oh, you'll update our scoreboard? Yes. Very nice, Alfie. Alfie doing some nice work on the graphics here. Has put up the score now. Imes with the red stones 2, Kwan with the yellow stones 1 in the fourth end of the championship game of the Blazing Leaves cash spiel. Winner to get $1,400. I'm not sure how much of that is coming to me to reward me for my great commentating today, but I do think I'm entitled to more scotch. Don't you think, Alfie?
Yeah, you'll get 12.5%.
If you remember that great Honeymooners episode, selling Ralph Cramden Industries, 35% belongs to the stockholders.
I want to go back to studying the natural so that we could do the play-by-play of the ninth inning with Hobbs at bat.
So Imes is trying to draw through this hole, and they're on
And
it pretty
not.
hard. If they're behind the guard, this is going to be a great shot if they're by. And
And
they're
he did get
by,
by.
and this is going to be really good. Okay, so it's top 12. Not spectacular, but pretty good. And they're sitting
I think
two.
I think it's a Johnny Gibbons peel here.
So, no, I don't think so. Well, you're right, because Kwan does like to peel. I would have expected him. I think Ed probably would draw down behind that corner guard, but Kwan is more into the peel, so I don't know where Ed is.
I would also be
I think
looking for a run back here.
he's looking for the run back double, you think?
I would look.
Yeah,
I'd be expecting my skip to call this
yeah.
as a second.
John Gibbons floated a little bit out on that.
Yes, he did.
Sweepers are on it. It's not out. Yeah, that's not a good result. It did get rid of it
The center's open.
replaced the guard with another guard. It got the red out, but the red in the 12 was replaced by the guard becoming a red in the 12, and so that didn't accomplish very much. And it gives Imes another opportunity to draw behind the guard and sit 3. And I think if he's biting the 12 behind the guard, that's going to put Robert in a spot of bother. So, same thrower, Chris Wishart, who just threw the last one, so he knows what the weight is. Sweepers are off it. He gave it a little more. It's coming in, but it's a little heavy. It's by the guard. Oh, this could go through.
Oh, by the guard by a lot.
I think, yeah, he wanted to put a little more on it after the last one, and he put too much more on it.
And it is going to be
Yeah, so that's a miss.
out.
So Robert can appeal again. He can peel his own stone. He seems to like peeling here, or he could draw in behind either of those guards. And now he's going to do the shot I thought he should have done on the last throw. So he's going to ask John Gibbons to draw to the 8 with the outturn draw starting just off the center line, get inside that yellow stone on the left from where we're looking, and draw in to the 8. So Gibbons just threw a hit. He's been throwing a lot of hits, so his draw weight may not be sharp here, and that looks a little heavy. Sweepers are off it.
Is it on the guard?
I think it's off the guard. I think it's through the 2 yellows and through the house.
It is. It's through.
Yeah, it's through. It's hard, as you know, to switch from throwing big hits to draw. That's a very hard switch to make. Gibbons obviously struggled with it there, and now Imes gets to throw the draw again.
He's going the other way, though.
This time with a different player. Yeah, it's the same draw he just threw on the last 2 stones. Yes. It's just different thrower now. He's got Trevor Gow. But he knows the line, and he just needs Trevor to throw a little less weight than Chris Wishart threw on the last one. Sweepers are off this. The line is fast, obviously. They're thinking about sweeping it. It's slowing down now, though. It looks like it could be good. They're trying to keep it off the guard. They're sweeping hard. It's off the guard. Now it needs to go.
It's going to be wide open.
Yeah, since it's not going to bury, they want to leave it high. Probably didn't leave it as high as they would have liked if it's not burying, because I think that can be hit, and Robert could sit shot. Just hit it and roll either way, really. I think he wants to roll to his right as he's looking at the stone.
We have a close-up of the house here. Look.
Yeah, get to the inside of that and roll to the right would be ideal, but he can still roll. He can roll to the left either way. He's got 2 guards up there. He can roll either way.
He'd like to roll near the high.
He wants to hit it on the high side.
Johnny Malner?
Well, see, now this is another touch shot. Malner's been throwing big weight, and now he's going to have to ratchet it down a little bit.
Oh, no, he didn't.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's hot weight.
It depends where he hits it as to whether it's going to stay. Sweepers are on it, but if he doesn't get a lot of this, it's rolling out.
He did. Oh. Very nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Whose shot, Alfie? Is the red on the back shot?
No.
No?
Yellow definitely shot.
Oh, yellow is shot. Oh, that's
totally
excellent shot.
And really well buried behind guard.
I don't know if it's well buried. Do you think it's... Oh, it is well buried.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Well, this is a spot of bother now for Imes.
Yes. Change of strategy. Sure.
He's going to try the yellow run back. Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an easy shot. That's a good 3-4 foot run back. You can't try to chip the yellow. It's a definite jam on one red or the other red. There's no way he can chip that yellow. So he's got to throw the yellow run back, and that's what he's decided to do. Gao slid pretty far to his right and threw back across his body. But made the shot.
Made the shot.
Yeah. Made the shot. So that cleared out both the red and the yellow that was in the house, as well as the yellow guard, which is now guarding that red stone on the back.
Well, blank will be a little more difficult.
Yeah, we're in
if he chooses to go there.
Yeah, but Robert could still definitely get 2 here.
He's got
3 stones to 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 guards up there, and he's got a clear path to the center. So Don can throw the draw, top 4 behind that yellow, and set up a potential deuce here. Again, Don has not thrown a lot of draws, so sweepers are on this right away. They think it's light. Looks like to me. I think it's crashing on the guard. They're off it, so it's not crashing.
Weight looks good.
If they're not crashing, this is going to be really good. Yep.
Just Mikey. Mikey.
Yep. Robert's going to take it back, not too far back. Oh, that's nice. Well, that's a beauty.
Right in front of the tee line.
That's an absolute beauty. Mostly buried in front of the tee line. In the 4. Don's got a big smile. That's a pretty good shot. So Imes is going to try and pop it maybe, or draw down to it. He looks like he's going to pop it. Not an easy shot. Imes thinks that he can see enough of it to get past that guard and pop that yellow. So that broom suggests probably hack to board weight. This is similar to the shot that Imes threw to win his game against Gert Messing. Had to just get by the guard with enough weight to get to the stone on the button and move it out. Very similar shot. Sweepers are on it off the guard. And they're on it hard. They're off it now. Oh, they're on the guard. It just looks like it just picked or something. And Robert's going to try and sweep that yellow in. Oh, and he does. Oh, that's a big mistake there, because Robert's now sitting 2 with hammer, buried. And this is a big opportunity for Robert now. How do I know? I heard this thing beep, so maybe I'm running out of battery. How would I know that?
I still hear you. You're good. So what happened? I see Robert has 2.
Imes tried to draw down to or tap Robert's stone on the button. He crashed on Robert's guard, tapped Robert's stone in to sit second, and so now Robert is sitting 2.
He's not putting up
fully
a center
buried.
guard, is he?
No, he's just going to bury. He's just going to jam the center, set himself up for the 2, and then have a free shot to try and get 3 somewhere, and put a lot of pressure on Imes.
Yes, because the double is there on the yellows as I sit now. Let's take a quick look at the house, Robert. Be a few seconds preparation. So he wants the center line?
That miss by Imes was the first mistake of the game by either team, really. And Robert is looking to punish Imes for that.
Robert really gets focused in that hack. Visualization of the shot.
Well, not a hard shot. He just wants to put up a center line guard. Or even if he comes down to his yellow and moves it a bit, He could even bounce off this red a smidge, but it looks like he's past the red and he's coming into his yellow
Gonna tap it maybe.
and move his yellow just a smidge. I don't think that really changed anything.
Well, it keeps
Although
the shot on the
is
button
that
clean.
yellow 3 now? Is that it's 3
Yes.
now though?
Oh yes, yes.
So he's sitting 3, and Imes is in a spot of bother here. Imes has to make a shot, or Robert could take 3, possibly even 4 here.
Could take 4.
They're talking about drawing to the 8 inside out, which if it buries could cut Robert down to 1 or potentially 2. They can't really hit either of those yellows.
Like double them. No chance.
He could maybe pick that top yellow into the other yellow, double them out, and maybe the red rolls over.
We're
To
having a
sit
team
buried?
consultation here.
So this is a crazy hard shot. Imes'
yeah.
team knows they are in big trouble right now. This
is a
is
moment.
This is a critical moment in this game right now, and they are all huddled together talking about it. I think one option is to bash that yellow in the top, the second yellow that's sticking out a little bit, maybe run it back into the one on the button and double them out. I think that's possible. Very hard shot.
You lose the shooter too. Other option
Yeah,
is to draw
they
the
could
4
lose the
foot.
shooter. Yep.
Draw
They
to-
could try to draw down the outside path. No, the other outside. Yep.
freeze to the
Go,
rock.
yeah, and try to freeze to the shot rock to cut him down to 1. They could try the inside out draw, cut him down to 1, but they are puzzled.
They leave it open.
They're going for the double.
Going for the double.
Yeah.
I see hitting 1, losing the shooter, and leaving Robert a draw for 3. It's a tough call. Did
Well-
the Jets just give up more points?
If he makes the double and gives up a draw for 2 to Robert, that's his best possible outcome on this shot.
Certainly is.
If he crashes that guard on the top, he's going to give up 4, and the game could be out of reach. If he hits the yellow and doesn't stay and doesn't make the double, he leaves Robert a draw for 3. This is a critical turning point, all because of his last shot where he missed the draw and he drove Robert Stone into the house. So
Shots away, in turn.
they're sweeping it hard. They're calling it hard. I think he might crash here.
Oh, if he crashes on the guard,
If he crashes on the red, he's in super trouble.
and he did.
And he did.
But, nope. No, everything rolled out. Wide open for 4.
Well, yep. All Robert has to do is throw one into those 2 on
Into
the
the
top,
paint.
which he just
Yep.
threw.
Yep.
But if he nestles onto his top yellow,
It's-
any biter, and
There's no red in the paint.
and it's yeah. Imes tried an exceptionally difficult shot there. I think he would have been better off trying a draw somewhere
Yep.
to cut Robert down.
Because he could have cut him to 2 easily.
Well, I don't know about easily, but he could have cut him. He could have been second shot with a draw, a good draw.
True.
The question is whether it would have been
Open.
whether it would have been open. Yeah, that's the question. But now he's in big trouble now.
Yeah, because Robert hits his yellows. Nothing's going out.
All he has to do is nestle to them.
Yep.
And the weight looks pretty good.
Cleaning.
Sweepers are on it.
Yeah. There's nothing for the rock to hit.
Just
ahead
go,
of time.
boys. Just
Yeah,
go.
go
They're
to
on it.
there.
Just go. Just a little nestle, a little nose, and that's 4. Very nice shot. That's a 4 ball.
That's a big
And
changer.
Imes missed 2 shots there. And at this level of competition, your skip can't miss 2 big shots. You're going to give up a lot of stones when that happens, and he did. So his first draw was the critical miss, especially when he ran Robert Stone back into the house buried. That was a That was a critical miss. So
And Robert executed 2 shots to get 2 more
yeah,
points
well,
perfectly.
I've been watching Robert all day and yesterday, and honestly, I don't think I've seen him miss a shot. That's not totally surprising. Robert is the best curler in the Nutmeg Curling Club, and he doesn't miss a lot. And I don't think too many people will argue the point. So
And they went right in with Pinto Hope's first rock.
yeah, well, so when
Little
you're
deep.
up by 3,
Little
you're
deep.
going to throw stones in.
Yep.
You throw your first one in, you throw maybe your second one in or guard it, and you make the other team chase and try to put together some offense. And so Imes is in a spot of bother, and he's going to have to throw the corner guard here to try to generate some offense. So I don't know. I haven't watched Imes a lot, but I don't know if they've been in the position of being down.
No.
They've won their games. I don't know if they've been in a pressure spot like this where they have to fight their way back into a game. Against Messing, the only other game I saw them play earlier today, they were up 4-0 early, and they squandered the lead, but managed to come back and win. But this is a big deficit against a very good team, and you know that as soon as Robert can hit, he's going to, and he's got a team full of hitters.
He's got Jonathan, he's got Donald,
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
and himself.
he's
That's
got
6 rocks.
Yeah,
6 rocks that can be all big hits.
yeah, he's got 3 of the best hitters in the club on his team between Gibbons, Malner, and himself. I mean, that's a murderer's row of people who can hit. So it's going to be very, very tough for Imes to come back. Robert's coming out because I don't think he wants any guards, and there's Robert sweeping it now. Gibbons is sweeping it,
That's heading in.
and it's fine.
Full top 12.
So Imes is going to put up the second corner guard, ignore those 2 stones, which is classic curling offense when you're behind, big, but then you do have to deal with those rocks that are in the house. And here's a bit of irony about this team, the Kwan rink, because there were already 11 teams signed up for the Blazing Leaves, and we needed one more team, and so the Kwan team was put together kind of last minute, from my understanding, right, Al? Oh, were they? Oh, is that the mix? Oh, because I didn't know Kwan was in it until. Oh, he was. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. I stand corrected again. Stand corrected again. But I was not censored. I was just corrected, which is fine. The difference between censored and corrected. I was only corrected. So
Robert's
was
going
the
to call draw to the button here.
Yeah, I think Kwan will just throw another one in.
He's going to ignore the close corner guard.
Well, Kwan can't hit yet under the 5 rock rule, so
this is the 5th rock.
This is the 5th rock, so Kwan's going to just probably just throw one down to the one that's in there, or tap the one that's top 12 back, and have 3 stones in there, and this is heavy and may go through, which is not terrible.
Not terrible.
But if it's going to hit the back one, also not terrible.
Nestled it back a little.
But all right. Now the game is on. Imes has to figure out a way to get 2, so he's going to start with drawing behind the corner guard. That rock by Gibbons, I think, was unfortunately not very useful, but it doesn't kill Kwan. But it does give Imes the opportunity to start generating some offense without too many Kwan rocks in the house to deal with. The one that's in the back 12 isn't of any concern. The one in the top 12 isn't very deep, so Imes has an opportunity here to put together an end. This one is critical, has to be behind that guard.
It looks light.
And it looks light, and it looks like it's on the guard. Maybe he can run the guard in. You got to get something out of this shot, and that is not going to be very helpful. So, not a helpful stone from Chris Wishart, and I think Robert's going to start blasting up guards. So
The thing I see here is in the peel, he could jam on the top rock.
yeah, but here's the
Possible.
here's the thing. Yes, there's a potential jam, but with the weight that Gibbons throws, unless that red squarely hits that
It's
yellow,
They'll both go.
they're all three of them will go. Everything's
Yeah.
going. This is going to be a yard sale.
Yeah. Or
Oh, different plan
Or-
B. Not going to take the guards out, which surprises
no, he was
me.
looking. No, he was looking at that angle of the jam angle.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he's too concerned about the jam. Like I said, with the weight that Gibbons is going to throw at this, all rocks will be moving with
If he hits it,
great haste.
off he goes.
And Gibbons puts a little bit extra on it, and the sweepers are on it, and this is going to move a lot of granite. Bang, bang, bang. The yellow goes, the red goes. Just like I said, it did jam, but
It jammed and went out.
at that, I told you it was going to go out. And the nice thing is, since there are no other games on the sheets, they can throw rocks onto A and to C, and nobody cares.
Perhaps they should remove the hacks from
Yeah,
the other.
yes, remove the hacks from A and C because it's a war zone out there. But a guard did remain when the dust settled, so there is a center guard that Imes can draw behind. So while it was an effective peel, there's still an opportunity for Imes to draw behind the yellow. Chris Wishart gets another opportunity to throw the draw. This will be a faster draw because it's going from the 8
Down the
line
center.
to the center. So he's got to adjust. He may have, his last one, he was a little down on, and you don't want to overcompensate by overthrowing this on a faster line, but the sweepers are off. It's coming
Looks
in
good.
nice. It's past the
Very
guard,
nice.
and on its own, not a bad
Past the
shot
T-line.
if it checks up, and it
Past
does.
the T-line.
Yeah,
No.
nice shot.
Top of the button.
That's a nice shot. That's a beauty. They needed that.
Yep. It's visible.
It is visible, and it's Malner. And if they clear the guard, it's not the worst
One-
thing either. So I think
One or the other.
Robert will look to peel this redstone. I don't think he necessarily wants to clear the guard because that would open it up for Imes. Imes has the hammer, but Malner just wants to chip this stone out. Obviously, he's not staying on that broom with the weight he's going to throw, and he's coming out flying. So sweepers are off, and Kwan is looking to see whether he's missed it, and he didn't.
He
That's
shaved
Don
it.
Malner.
Yep. Got it. Got the weight on it.
I got to tell you, what a weapon! What a weapon! To have somebody who can throw hits that accurately on such tight brooms, that's just incredible. Malner, Gibbons. I mean, it's how do you come back against a team that has Malner, Gibbons, and Kwan throwing hits? I mean, if you're exposed even an inch, you're going to get hit out. So Imes has a real uphill battle here, I think, to get back in this and to get a 2. And now it's it's Trevor Gow trying to throw the draw.
Yeah, that's a big
And-
issue when
and-
you start
and-
getting into these games
and
that are
Gow-
actually.
Gow has thrown the draw, but again, it's wide open.
Yeah.
It's wide open.
If you get experience playing and you start seeing these teams that are actually competitive level, you do not want to fall behind, especially not by more than a point or 2, because it is so hard to generate offense.
Yeah,
against
it
teams
is.
that can.
Well-
In our semifinal, you saw that.
yeah,
we,
absolutely. You got behind and you were stuck.
And we were able to do enough to clear out the middle and be able to blank a couple times, but to actually build a 2 or a 3, we just.
So I do, after Malner's shot, I do have a question for you on one of your blanks. So Malner gets this one.
Oh, but he did.
No.
Did it stick around?
No,
Yeah.
the red's a biter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
So-
opportunity.
I think I can probably anticipate your question, but yeah.
Well, so my question is, in the second of those 2 blank ends, which
That
I
is
think was
6
the
then, yeah.
thick,
Yeah.
you could have drawn down to take 1 and given the hammer back down 5-3 instead of blanking and keeping the hammer down 5-2 going into the 7th. And I question that because you were running out of ends. So what
Yeah,
was your
it's,
thinking there?
I think it's a close call. The truth of the matter is we were close on a couple ends of being able to build twos or threes. We never quite made enough shots. And even in 7, it kind of played out the same way. We ended up getting a 1. But trying to seal 3 times against a team that can hit well is probably even harder than trying to get a deuce.
Yeah.
We never, under no circumstance, would we have done that in 7. I think I would have taken the 1.
No, you can't. You can't
Yeah.
play for a blank in the 7th. All right. Well,
Yeah.
meanwhile, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So Trevor Gow makes a hit and stay, which was very well played. So that now puts Imes sitting 2, and Kwan is going to want to try and only give up 1 here. So I guess he's got to hit that red stone on the top and come across, or is he looking to hit the one on the back? What is he looking to do here? He's not looking to draw in. That would be too dangerous.
No, I think you're hitting and living with the fact that you have a good chance of going up 2 here.
I think that's right. I think that's right. So which one is he hitting? The one on the back? The easier
I
one?
imagine it's the one in the back. I think he's throwing
yeah.
enough weight
Yep.
that they know the line.
Yep. So we'll hit the one on the back and give up the 2, which is not ideal, but something he can live with.
And there's still a few rocks left. If you can stick around, you do want to sit here
Yes.
and count.
And come over if you can and
Yeah,
be somewhat
absolutely.
buried, right? So you want to hit the inside of that.
Absolutely.
And be shot and roll over buried. So that's the play. And they're looking at it. Malner is sweeping it now. Malner and Hope both sweeping it. Just Malner now. So they must have it. They're both on it heavy. So they and
Playing for the roll.
Imes is looking to sweep it out, but it's not going
What a
out.
roll.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Kwan, I can't remember the last shot I saw that Kwan missed. Do you remember missing any in your game?
There were ones he didn't make as good as he wanted. We got that
Yeah,
deuce in one.
maybe. Yes, didn't make as good as he wanted, but missed. Did he miss anything?
No real misses.
Yeah, he didn't miss anything.
No, their whole team the last 2 games has been on fire.
Yeah, yep. Well, you know what? It's great for Nutmeg.
It is. It's wonderful.
It's great for Nutmeg to hold this event and to have you and Kwan make it to the semifinals and Kwan to make it to the finals. And only one of you was obviously going to make it to finals.
Of course.
So, it's great for the club. This has been a great event for the club, and I congratulate you on what you put together.
Oh, thank you.
It's tremendous.
Thank you.
Really, truly tremendous.
We definitely said after the game that none of us had any regrets of losing that game. It may have been the best game of the 4 we played this weekend.
Yep.
And they just beat us.
I will tell you the one downside to what you have done here. We don't have the smoke out, and we don't have the chili competition.
We're probably moving the chili competition to our club challenge, which is an internal event, unfortunately, for anyone outside the club.
Because the chili competition is excellent, and the smoke out is tremendous. So
yeah. So unfortunately, we were moving the date of this event, regardless.
Yeah.
And there was already concerns about now this year the weather was warm enough to do it, but there were going to be many years where you'd try to do it and it would be awful outside.
Yep. All right. Well, Imes needs to draw down. He's trying to draw to that one on the back, and he can't crash, and he might.
So close.
Oh, he's good. Oh, he did. He wicked. And where's it going to settle?
It might settle right in front of that yellow.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Very hard to follow him down, but you can do it.
What's the difficulty in following him down? The high guard?
I should say that's not actually the fact that he feathered it and it straightened out a little bit might make it a little easier actually.
Yeah.
To follow it.
Obviously, Robert's going to try and throw the draw down, but he's really only in danger of giving up 2 if he misses.
Right. He'd have to be if he was very short. I imagine they'll play the tap split on the red.
Yeah, but the tap split on the red, I don't think it's
not easy.
Another one because of that yellow on the back.
Right. Yeah, I think you can't actually get the second rock to bite white.
Well,
which is what you would need.
Alf said Robert could draw and be shot rock, and that's obviously the call.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't seen Robert throw a draw down here this way though. But it's still Robert Kwan. All right, sweepers are on it. pretty quickly.
Doesn't jump up.
Pretty quick. That looks a little light. It's tight to the guard. They're off it, so must be good.
Might have a little weight actually.
Did it
I
wick?
guess they're going. They're going. Yeah.
Did it wick
Perfect.
at all?
Perfect.
Wow, that is perfect.
Buried.
Wow.
You need a better look at it there. Yeah, just
Wow.
top button.
Wow.
Bite and top button.
Wow.
Now there is a shot for two actually, because you can raise the right in.
Yep.
Up it, and that's probably what they'll go for to get their deuce.
Gonna have to. If he misses it, though, he's gonna give up a steal of one and really be in a hole.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another quandary for Imes here. He's been quanned.
As Alf said behind us, it is a quandary. Yeah.
It's a quandary. He is looking at the red rays, just as you predicted. Ed,
Yeah, I think that's the shot.
what is the chatters saying here? Anything?
There was no particularly
Nothing
new chat.
insightful
Yeah.
from the chatters. How many do we
Yeah.
have? Do we still have 40?
Oh, let's take a look at how many people are watching.
53.
It's at 53.
Wow. The beep means more scotch. I was wondering what the beep meant. The beep means more scotch. Salud, Paul. I am about to finish the second.
I'm not exactly sure what the beep in the headphones means, because you would think it was telling you like the battery's low or something.
I thought, but it means more scotch apparently, according to Paul Douglas.
It doesn't make sense because the batteries last like 12, 14 hours.
That's what I was wondering. All right, Imes has another super critical shot here.
Yeah, if he can make this
he
run,
misses this,
he's right back in the game.
Yeah, if he makes it, he's right back in. But if he misses it, he's in huge trouble.
A lot of trouble.
Sweepers are on it, trying to keep it out on the angle. Imes is turning his broom, watching it. Now they're trying to sweep it directionally in. It looks like it has a chance.
It's pretty close. I think he's
going
going
to
to
be
hit
close. Too thin. Oh, no.
Oh, just
Oh,
missed
no.
it.
Oh, boy. That's one yellow.
All right, so steal one, sorry, means that Kwan has a 4-point lead, 3 ends left. Imes does have the hammer. This is not a game over situation, but he's going to have to get a deuce here, at least, to stay in the game.
Scoreboard?
I will. Yeah, I'll get the score. Alf is reminding me that the scoreboard needs to be updated.
Oh, they're talking.
They're shaking.
Oh, that's
down
it. No
4 with 3
mas.
ends left. I'm surprised, but nice job. Yep, nice job for Team
No
Kwan.
mas. Wow.
It was that Roberto Duran Montreal and Roberto Duran.
Down 6-2 after 5, and they're shaking.
Yeah,
Planes to catch.
that may be part of it.
That could be part of it.
Very, very low percentage
All right.
situation.
Well, that's going to be it for the Nutmeg Blazing Leaves cash spiel.
Yep, we have some riding of the rocks.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's.
Riding the rocks.
Yeah, I
All
would just
right.
say that there's probably 2 factors there. One, it's a very low percentage situation if you're down 4 with 3 to play.
Yep.
And I do think there's a chance they're all from pretty far away. That the
Yeah.
combination of that and
Yep.
needing
And the
to get
weather.
out of here. Yeah, and the weather. Yeah.
All right, Ed, we're going to sign off. Congratulations again on your very successful
Oh, thank you.
Blazing Leaves
And
cash spiel.
congratulations to Team Kwan. Congratulations to
Yes.
Team Imes.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
glad it
who
went
has
so
the
well.
dough, and we'll present it to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Elizabeth
All right.
has the dough?
Yeah, I think so. So
All right.
thanks for everyone.
All right. Good
For
night,
watching.
everybody. We'll see you
Good night.
tomorrow at Nutmeg.